Welcome back to Wander Awaits. Today we're diving into the weirdest dishes from around the globe. We're talking fermented shark, maggot cheese, and century eggs. Yeah, you heard me right. Stuff that's been buried, crawling, and aged longer than your grandparents. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to embark on a gastronomic adventure that's not for the faint of heart. Let's get weird. First up, we have balut from the Philippines. This ain't your mama's deviled egg, folks. We're talking about a fertilized duck egg. That's right, it's got a little duck embryo inside. They boil it up, shell and all, and slurp it down like a savory soup. The broth is rich and flavorful, and the yolk is creamy and delicious. But then you get to the, well, duckling. It's got a little crunch to it, and some people say it tastes like chicken. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the texture. But hey, don't knock it till you try it, right? Next, we're heading to Iceland, the land of fire and ice, where nature's extremes collide in a breathtaking display. We're here for a taste of hakarl, a traditional Icelandic dish that has been around for centuries. Now when I say taste, I use that term loosely. This isn't your average seafood, because hakarl, my friends, is fermented shark. Yes, you heard that right, and not just any shark, mind you. We're talking about the Greenland shark, a creature so big it could swallow a school bus whole. It's one of the largest sharks in the ocean. But here's the catch. Greenland shark meat is poisonous when it's fresh. It contains high levels of toxins. That's where the fermentation comes in. This ancient process is key to making the meat safe to eat. They bury the shark meat underground for months, letting it ferment and detoxify. This method has been passed down through generations. The result is a pungent, ammonia-rich delicacy that will knock your socks off. It's not for the faint of heart. The smell alone is enough to make your eyes water. It's a sensory experience like no other. But if you can get past the stench, you'll be rewarded with a chewy, fishy flavor that's unlike anything you've ever tasted. It's a true test of your culinary bravery. It's an acquired taste, to say the least. But for those who dare, it's a unique experience that connects you to Iceland's rich cultural heritage. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to get cheesy. And I'm not talking about your average cheddar or brie. We're going to Sardinia, Italy for a taste of casu marzu, also known as maggot cheese. You heard me right. Maggots, live ones, crawling around in your cheese. It's enough to make your skin crawl, but trust me, this stuff is a delicacy in Sardinia. They say the maggots break down the cheese and give it a unique, pungent flavor. Casu marzu has a soft, creamy texture and a sharp, tangy flavor that will make your taste buds sing. But here's the kicker, you have to eat it while the maggots are still alive. Now I'm not gonna lie, watching those maggots squirm around in your mouth is not for the faint of heart. Get ready to hold your breath, folks, because we're about to enter the world of surströmming, a Swedish fermented herring that's notorious for its pungent aroma. We're talking about the kind of smell that could clear a room faster than a fire alarm. Surströmming is made by fermenting Baltic herring in barrels for months on end. The result is a slimy, salty, and intensely fishy concoction that will make your nostrils scream for mercy. It's so strong, in fact, that it's often eaten outdoors to avoid stinking up the whole house. But despite its, shall we say, aroma, surströmming is actually quite delicious. It's got a salty, tangy, and slightly sour flavor that's surprisingly addictive. Just make sure you have a glass of water handy to wash it down. Get ready for a culinary adventure south of the border, because we're about to dive into the world of escamoles, a Mexican delicacy that's not for the squeamish. We're talking about ant larvae, my friends. That's right, those little white grubs that you find in ant nests. In Mexico, they call them insect caviar, and they're considered a delicacy. They're often sautéed with butter, onions, and spices and served in tacos or as a standalone dish. They're said to have a nutty, buttery flavor that's similar to popcorn or shrimp. Now I'll be honest, the first time I tried escamoles, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. They had a nice, crunchy texture, and the flavor was surprisingly mild. So if you're ever feeling adventurous and want to try something truly unique, I highly recommend giving escamoles a try. Hold on to your chopsticks, folks, because we're about to dive into the world of sanakji, a Korean delicacy that's not for the faint of heart. This dish is as fresh as it gets. And by fresh, I mean it's still moving. We're talking about live octopus, my friends. Yes, you heard that right, live octopus. That's right, those 8-armed cephalopods that are still wriggling on your plate. It's a sight to behold and a challenge to eat. Sanakji is prepared by quickly cutting up a live octopus and serving it immediately, while the tentacles are still squirming. The preparation itself is an art form, requiring skill and precision. The pieces are usually seasoned with sesame oil and sesame seeds, and they're often served with a side of gochujang, a spicy Korean chili paste. The combination of flavors is both unique and tantalizing. Now here's the thing about sanakji, those tentacles are still active, even after they've been cut up. They continue to move due to residual nerve activity. That means that when you put them in your mouth, they're still moving. It's a sensation unlike any other, and it takes some getting used to. And they can stick to your mouth and throat, so you have to chew them carefully to avoid choking. This is why it's important to be cautious and take small bites. It's definitely an experience, to say the least. For those brave enough to try it, sanakji offers a culinary adventure that you won't soon forget. Get ready to step back in time, folks, because we're about to crack open a culinary time capsule with century egg, a Chinese delicacy that's been aged to perfection. This isn't just any ordinary egg, it's a marvel of traditional preservation techniques that have been passed down through generations. And when I say aged, I'm not talking about a few weeks or even a few months. We're diving into a process that can take several months, transforming the egg into something truly extraordinary. Century eggs, also known as preserved eggs or thousand-year-old eggs, are made by preserving duck, chicken, or quail eggs in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quicklime, and rice hulls for several weeks or months. This intricate process alters the egg's composition, creating a unique culinary experience. The result is a transformed egg with a jelly-like dark brown yolk and a firm, dark green egg white. The texture is unlike anything you've ever tasted, offering a gelatinous yet firm bite. Now I know what you're thinking, eggs that look like that can't possibly be good. The appearance can be quite startling if you're not used to it, but trust me, century eggs are a true delicacy. They are cherished in Chinese cuisine and have a fan base that swears by their unique taste and texture. They have a pungent, ammonia-like aroma, but the flavor is surprisingly complex and savory. The initial smell might be off-putting, but the taste is a delightful surprise. They're often eaten as a snack or appetizer, and they're also used in a variety of dishes, such as congee and salads. Their versatility in the kitchen is truly remarkable. So if you're looking for a culinary adventure that's truly unique, I highly recommend giving century eggs a try. It's a taste of history and tradition that you won't soon forget. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to enter the world of fried tarantula, a Cambodian delicacy that's not for the arachnophobic. We're talking about those eight-legged creatures that often send shivers down our spines. But in Cambodia, they're considered a crunchy and protein-packed snack. Fried tarantulas rose to popularity during the Khmer Rouge regime when food was scarce. People turned to these creepy crawlies as a source of sustenance, and they've been a popular snack ever since. These hairy spiders are typically fried with garlic, chili, and other spices, giving them a crispy exterior and a surprisingly savory flavor. Some say the taste resembles crab or chicken, with a slightly nutty finish. So if you're ever feeling brave and want to challenge your culinary boundaries, give fried tarantula a try. Get ready to bundle up, folks, because we're heading to the icy plains of Greenland for a taste of kiviak, a traditional Inuit delicacy that's as hardcore as the environment it comes from. We're talking about fermented seabirds, my friends. Hundreds of them, stuffed inside a seal skin, for months. Kiviak is not for the faint of heart. The process involves stuffing around 500 whole auks, small seabirds, into a hollowed-out seal skin. The seal skin is then sewn up and sealed with fat to prevent air from entering. It's then buried underground for several months, allowing the birds to ferment naturally. The result is a pungent, gamey, and intensely flavored dish that's often served during special occasions and celebrations. Get ready for a taste of Mexico's culinary magic with huitlacoche, a delicacy that's as unique as its name suggests. We're talking about corn smut, my friends. That's right, the fungus that grows on corn. But don't let that deter you, because huitlacoche is a culinary treasure. Known for its earthy, mushroom-like flavor and delicate texture, huitlacoche has been enjoyed in Mexico since the time of the Aztecs. It's often referred to as Mexican truffle or corn caviar due to its rich, savory taste. This unusual delicacy typically appears on corn ears as grayish-blue kernels resembling a tumor-like growth. But don't be fooled by its appearance, because huitlacoche is packed with flavor and nutrients. It's often sautéed with onions, garlic, and spices and used in a variety of dishes like quesadillas, tacos, and soups. Thanks for joining us on this wild culinary journey. We've traveled the globe, from the Philippines to Iceland, from Italy to Cambodia, and beyond, all in the name of exploring the weirdest and wildest dishes the world has to offer. Remember, food is more than just sustenance. It's a reflection of culture, history, and tradition. So the next time you're feeling adventurous, step outside your comfort zone and try something new. Which of these would you try? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more adventures with Wander awaits. Until next time, keep exploring and maybe tasting the unexpected.